Before we get started, I want to quickly let you know that we are doing a massive crypto giveaway that is exclusive only to our YouTube subscribers. So one of you will have the opportunity to win over £10,000 worth of prizes. We're giving away a 13-inch MacBook Pro, a Ledger X for you to store your cryptos. We're also putting £1,000 worth of Bitcoin direct into your trading account and giving away a lifetime membership to our online training program, yourcryptoclub.com, which is a comprehensive and easy to follow online course and support, which has all of our proven money making strategies. And lastly, an opportunity to attend our live virtual crypto mastery workshop, where you'll learn how to invest your money safely and securely with our low risk and highly profitable strategies. All you have to do to enter is hit the subscribe button and you'll automatically be entered into this giveaway. All the terms and conditions are in the description box below. We wish you the best of luck. Go ahead and subscribe now. And without any further ado, let's get started with today's video. Welcome everybody to this week's Trades of the Week, where myself, Marcus de Maria, and my head trader, Dennis Sahlström, who is in quarantine right now, because he's flown back to the UK, is zooming in to show you what we are getting into and out of this week. We've got some absolutely cracking stocks for you because there's some really good news in the US jobs market. Plus, we have some even more amazing cryptos for you to look at. Some really, really, really nice ones that have come down for us, which is interesting because the whole market has gone up. So surprising that you've got that entry point, but take a look at that. And we've got a really nice VCA for you as well. So without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so Dennis, let's have a look on the Buffalo on some of the stocks. What happened since last week? It was a very short week, of course, because of Easter. So again, happy Easter. I do like saying that. It's only once a year.
Yeah, so what happened last week? We had Booz Allen, who is following us like a penny.
Yeah, it just seems to be going sideways. What's happened now? Come on. Let's go up.
Yeah, so now it has gone up a little bit, actually, which is good.
A little bit. We're a little bit in profit there. Okay, what's the next one?
Yeah, and then we have Electronic Arts. Also, we were a bit in profit last time, and now we are a bit more in profit. So now
right. So what are you going to do here? What are you going to do with your stop loss here? You're going to keep your stop loss where it is? You're going to move it up? What are you going to do?
I'm going to move it to a break even plus fees. So I'm in a risk-free trade on this.
So when Dennis does that, he moves it up to break even. It means that if the stock, and we're hoping that it's going to continue going up, right? But if it doesn't and it comes down and hits his stop loss, which he's just raised to his entry point, that means we're going to get out at break even. That means no losses can occur now, which is fantastic, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so what's next?
Yeah, so next up is HTHT. We looked at that as well, a nice bullish candle. A bit too big for my taste, but it was there, right? So not much else to do there. I would like to have a smaller one, but it was a good sign, and it then continued higher. So we're slightly in profit on this one as well.
Fantastic. Okay, let's hope that that is going to continue going up. That's looking good.
Yeah, and then we have Spotify as well. We tried this outer one. The first one we looked at with the arrow here was last week. It just continued down, so we never got the chance to get in. But now, on the other hand, we had another scenario where we now have turned up from. So now we're a bit in profit on Spotify as well.
Yeah, so it looks good. Do we have any more from last time, or are we looking for?
Yeah, we have one more, which is TRNO, because we have a lot of long ones, right? Because the markets went down, we got a lot of nice and good entries, and now it's been going even higher, or it's turned and gone higher, which also means that the short ones might not have played out as well as good. So we were on this candle here, took us in, and then up, took us out at our stop loss. That was a shame, but that happens.
That's an interesting one, right? Because right now it's actually got that nice little red candle formation, which we look for. Yes, it did take us out, so that's 1% loss on our entire portfolio, but could be a good entry point to go short on, with a stop order taking us out if it goes below that candle there. What's important is not to do something called revenge trading. It's like, I lost money on this one, so now I got to get my money back, and you go into the same stock until you get your money back. That's not what we're doing. But what do you think, Dennis?
No,
You
I
want
think it looks
to?
really good. And the lesson from this one is because it looks very tempting, right? Last week when we looked at this, you had a nice red candle and it did go down, but now went higher. So the lesson here could be we see these candles in the middle, we could have pulled our resistance up a little bit to really enter on the outer resistance. And then now would be the time when it's touching. So that could be the lesson, to be a little bit more patient, which is always difficult, but that could be the lesson here. But I think it looks good now. It looks like it's reversing. The markets went, I think the Nasdaq, for example, went up around 2% yesterday. And this actually went up and then reversed lower, which usually is a good sign. If the market goes higher, but the stock reverses lower, it could be a sign that we will go lower with this. So I think this could be a good one to enter again.
All right, so let's have a look at why the markets have been going up, because there's been some really good news here. The US Labor Department on Friday, usually on the first Friday of every month, they have an announcement. It's called non-farm payrolls, and it's absolutely amazing. 916,000 new jobs. So just imagine that, almost 1 million new jobs last month, which seems to be the biggest gain since last August, which was well above economists' expectations. So that's definitely one of the reasons there. Restaurants are going to start opening soon, so that means that people are going to go out, and because I am, I don't know about you, Dennis, but I am definitely going out to as many restaurants as I can. I'm planning on about 3 a day. That would be amazing. And so, yeah, so people are thinking, is full employment going to come back by the end of this year, which would be absolutely fantastic. And but as usual, that doesn't mean we're just going to go long. We've got to have some longs and we've got to have some shorts. So Dennis, what have you got for us? Do we have any downward and upward trending ones to look at this week?
Yeah, we do, right? We think the market is bullish for the reasons Market just said. So we already have quite a few that we're in. So we're going to be adding 2 shorts, which is Nova Gold Resources Inc. So this is a nice downward trend, a good red candle yesterday. So I think this could be good, a nice risk reward as well. So so this is the first one.
Yeah, and that's interesting because gold has been going down slowly but surely as well. So that kind of makes sense. Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, and then we also have EF or Graph Tech International Ltd. Also a nice longer term downward trend. So now it's at that resistance again. We got a red candle. So we'll see what happens with this as well.
And again, as always, remember to allow the stop order that you're going to place below it to take you into that trade. Don't just place the trade now. Oh, I can get in at a better, higher price. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so follow the strategies. Very, very important. And again, if you don't know the strategies and you want to know the strategies, please comment below. We'll make sure you get some information on that. Do we have any more? Do we have any longs?
Yeah, we have one long as well that we're adding to our big. Well, we have a lot of longs now, but and you might be saying, well, actually, we have been losing on 2 shorts in a row. But I don't know if you remember a couple of weeks back, we had 3 of them. We had AMT, and we had CCI, and we had CM as well, which was Salesforce. And all of those we made a 3-to-1 or 4-to-1 on. So we made over 12% in just over 1 or 2 weeks. So the reason we keep adding short ones, even though we think the markets will go up, is because when it usually reverses, it happens quite quick. So that's why we keep adding, even though we have some losers as well. But the one long one we're adding is AMN Healthcare Services Inc., which also looks good. Good upward trend at the support at the moment. Has a nice green candle from yesterday. So I'm positive that
I mean, this one's been going up a lot, right? If you look at May of last year, if you look at how much it's been going up, it's absolutely insane, really. From around 37, it's up to over 70, so over 100% there. Let's hope that that continues. Make sure you use a stop order. Maybe could have gone in 2 days ago, would have been even better. But that's the way to do it. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so let's have a look, Dennis, at what's happening in the crypto world, because I have to say, over the weekend, it just seemed to be going up, 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 up.
Absolutely. We looked at BAT token last week. We were up 18%, and currently we're up 25%.
Ooh, a little bit early to be taking profits there. So we're going to wait for 50% before we do that, but it looks like it's going in the right direction. What's next?
Yeah, and next up is Chili's.
Yes.
The big NFT platform, and it was down 43%, and it's currently down 50% even. So it could be a good buying opportunity.
This could be good because it actually went up 800%, would you believe, in just, wow, a very, very short period of time. Has now retraced, because if something goes up too fast and too far, then it tends to come down. And there is some news as well that they've added 250,000 professional fighters league fan tokens, try saying that 10 times, launched in partnership with other blockchains as well. It's sold out in 10 minutes, Dennis. So this is a hot space to get into. I think Chili's is a good one. If you haven't yet got a position there, please do your research on this. I think it's got legs. Okay, what's next?
Absolutely. And then we have also Harmony One. We looked at this last week and we placed a limit order to go in if it came down 25%.
Absolutely. And when you look at it now, you think, oh, is it really going to go down? But let's have a look. Yes, it had went down, gave us a nice entry point there at -25, because the ticker of Harmony is, of course, 1, because we are at 1. And you can see that we manifested it to come down, which is absolutely fantastic. So please do your research on this one. By the way, I think this is a good one for the future as well. But please do your research. What's next?
Absolutely. And then we have we can look at Bitcoin a little bit, right? So we looked at Bitcoin last week. Obviously, it's a big one. It's on the verge of breaking 60,000 finally. It peaked above a couple of weeks ago, but now this formation looks very, very bullish. It looks like a ascending triangle. What happens is we have usually a horizontal resistance and an upward trending support, and usually it breaks to the upside. So I do think we're gonna have another leg up.
Yeah, this looks really, really strong. Really good formation, Dennis. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can look at that as well as something we haven't looked at before, which is the Bitcoin dominance. And then all that means is that how big of all the market capitalization, the whole crypto market, all the money in the crypto market, how big of that part is Bitcoin? And currently it is over 57% is only made out of Bitcoin. So when it's around the 70% mark, we usually see that the Bitcoin dominance drop. And what happens then is that they sell Bitcoin into smaller assets, into all the altcoins. So what happened in 2017 was when the Bitcoin dominance started to drop rapidly, a lot of the altcoins went a lot higher. So when you see that Bitcoin dominance is at 70 and it starts to come down, it's a good sign that the altcoins will go higher. So keep an eye on the Bitcoin dominance as well.
Okay. But what can you do with that information?
So with this information right now, I see we have a support here. If we break and close below this support, I do think that the altcoins will go a lot higher, because then we're changing the trend here to maybe a downward trend in the Bitcoin dominance. So people will then maybe be rotating out of Bitcoin into altcoins. So it could be a good opportunity.
I'm going to have to disagree with you on that, but I'll tell you why. Because it's not that if it falls below, then it's time to get into altcoins. It's because people are getting into altcoins, it's going up, that it is falling below. So this isn't something that we can necessarily trade. But it's interesting, I'd have to say it's interesting. It does mean that it is altcoin season for sure. All right, so what's next?
So next up is Theta.
Yes.
It's currently down 20% from the high. It looks interesting to get into, a major streaming platform. And like you said, they are the only one with a patent and a big partnership with Samsung.
Yeah, they have a patent for decentralized streaming. Just think about that. So anybody else who's trying to get into that space, how are you going to do it? They have got the patent for that, which is absolutely incredible. But I think even more incredible, Dennis, is the fact that I've been waiting to get into Theta, but it just kept going up and up and up and never gave me a pullback. And when I finally got in, it stopped moving up. Now, how is that possible?
Are you getting in now?
No, I got in. That's what I'm saying. I got in, but then now it's supposed to carry on moving up. But we think this has got legs. Please do your own research, and yeah, please help this go up. All right, very good. What's next?
So next up is XLM, Stellar Lumens, a very old coin that's been around for a long, long time. But now there's rumors that the EU might be using the Stellar Lumen blockchain in order to build a digital currency. So it's just a rumor. Nothing is certain, but it's a rumor. But I think it could be a good one to start getting into.
Yeah, it's definitely not a new one, as Dennis says. So it's not got as much upside as some, but it's a solid project. What's next?
Indeed, indeed. And then we have XRP as well. XRP.
Oh, you love XRP.
No, well, I would say a
Is it
lot
going to
is
go to the moon, Dennis?
no.
Beyond. Woo.
I think it's a little bit of a. I don't love it, but I think it's one of the bigger coins that has not started to move up yet,
And there's a
that's
reason
what
for
I find
that.
interesting. Yeah,
There's a reason it's having problems with the SEC. I personally, look, if there's any doubt, stay away. You don't want to speculate with these things, right? So for me, all right, we're showing it here. If you are going to get in, wait for the retracement. I am in. I haven't sold my positions, but it does have challenges at the moment with a lawsuit with the SEC. But Dennis, you think people should get in?
Well, all I can say is that I have positions already. I've taken a bit of profits up here, but yes, I'm looking to get in again on pullbacks.
What? So you've sold? All right.
No,
All
I'm
right.
just a
All
little
right.
bit,
Fine.
just taking
Whatever,
milking the
dude.
cow.
All right. Fine. All right. What else? What else?
Then we have engine coin as well.
This is a good one. This is a good one.
It is a good
Yeah.
one.
So it's down minus 22% from a recent high. It has gone up a lot, but we think this one's got big legs. Why? Because it's doing some major upgrades. One of them is called as JumpNet, which will be released this week. And it's a private version, really, of the Ethereum blockchain with something called proof of authority, which I'm not sure what that means. What is proof of authority? Do you know?
Yeah, so they have a lot of different forms of proof of stake, which means the bigger stake you have, the more voting power you have. And proof of authority is that certain people have authority and they can be voted, could happen in different ways, but we can vote for the most trustworthy people in the network. So I'm not 100% sure about proof of authority because it can be a little bit kind of politics in it as well. But definitely, because if they have the authority, they can just make sure that the transactions happen until they prove that you can't trust them.
All right, very good. Again, I think this one has got big legs. Engine coin. We try and show you the ones that we believe have got huge upside, but you must do your own research. Remember, cryptocurrency is extremely volatile, which allows us to get in and to get out, which is absolutely fantastic. So if this is your first position, remember, don't put all your money in. Make sure you use calculators so that you are going to go in again as it falls. Okay, do we have anything else for this week?
Nope, not for the cryptos.
Not for the cryptos. Fantastic. All right, we got some great coins there. Please do comment below if you agree or disagree with any of those. And let's have a look at the next section. And before we go to the next section, I've got a note here about marriage. Congratulations in order, Dennis.
Yes, absolutely. Well, not for me.
Well, then congratulations.
Thank you. So yeah, the marriage is very interesting. I'd say they've actually got married on the blockchain, and it's not the first one, but I think it's quite interesting.
You got married on the blockchain? Who got married? What's going on? I thought we were talking about you.
It's a couple in the US, and and usually a marriage costs $25,000, but they actually got married for just below $600 on the blockchain, and they created an NFT, right? Just a digital asset, digital picture, which is eternalized on the blockchain with their rings.
I don't know if that's romantic or not. I'm thinking 587. I think awesome. Instead of 25,000 on average, of course. But then the way you said eternalizing it on the blockchain, that's pretty romantic. And it's the first time I'm assuming it's ever been done. So that's going to be worth a lot. So are they selling it?
I don't know if they're selling
NFT?
it. Yeah, I mean, I think it will be worth a lot. It's like the first rose on the blockchain ever. It was sold from, I don't know if it were hundreds of thousands of dollars, but I think this could be interesting.
Yeah. What do you mean it could be? So what do you mean? What do you mean? Is there a chance of making money here? Can we buy it?
I don't know if we can buy it. We have to take a look, but I would think they would like to keep it.
To keep it, yeah. And okay, well then you have a 50% chance, peeps, 50% chance sometime down the future it might be sold. Who knows? Yeah, that was a very unromantic statement of me there. But anyway. All right, fantastic. So now we're going to look at VCAs. Our VCAs this is, of course, our value cost averaging strategy with stocks. So what about last week? I think we got into some like Apple, etc. Can we have a look at those?
Yeah, I mean, we've been speaking about Apple since approximately March, right? So, but now we were down 20%. We had 2 entries on this because it's a solid company, and we're currently up 4% in profits.
All right, a solid 4%. Woo! By the way, 4% is good for stocks, right? If you get 4%, that's absolutely amazing. Of course, having, you know, talking about it after you've done cryptos, up 23%, etc. It's not quite good. Okay, what else have we got?
Yeah, and then we have Payc as well, or Paycom Software. We were down 23%. We added this last week, and in a week we're already up 4%.
Awesome. And I think we had another one, didn't we?
Yeah, we had Square as well, Square Inc. So down 26% and currently up 10% on that. So we're looking for.
Now this is interesting, okay? Because look, why is it that, you know, the other two that we talked about were up, you know, whatever, 4%, etc. and so forth, whereas this one is up 10%. And the reason is because Square is taking advantage of the blockchain. So you got kind of the best of both worlds. So you got a foot into the old world, so stocks and the stock market, and on the other hand, it's taking advantage of the blockchain, which is why this one, Square, is part of our list that we have of companies that we invest in, which are public companies taking advantage of the blockchain. That's all part of our crypto club. So we're taking advantage of that. For the people that don't want to get into cryptos, but want to take advantage of cryptos, you can do it with companies like this. Again, please do your own research, but you can see what happens, right? Up 10% as opposed to 4% on the others, which is pretty amazing. Okay, so what do we have then? Oh, by the way, another 5%, and we'll be looking to take some profits there. This is a stock, right? Do we have one for this week, or
yeah, we do have one for this week. We have AG, First Majestic Silver Corp. So we talked about the stock market is going up. We have some positions in the stock market itself, but gold and silver has actually been going down quite a bit. So it could be good to get into some of those as well now when they have gone down. Since we want to buy right when assets are going down, because gold and silver has had kind of a bullish run for the last year, but now retraced for over the last couple of months. So I think AG could be a good company to get into, solid fundamentals, and could be interesting in the silver market as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And might be some short-term pain just because of all the money printing that's going on. But because of the money printing in the long term, you know, silver and gold tend to be a hedge if anything goes wrong in the past. I think that cryptos will be the new hedge, but don't forget gold and silver. People will get into that as well. So please do your research and have a look at that. So I hope you enjoyed this week's Trades of the Week. And please do make sure that you comment below whether you agree or disagree with any of the trades that we are personally looking at. Remember, that's all this is what we are actually doing. So I'd love to hear from you. Please do comment below now if you agree or disagree on any of the ones that we talked about. I think we've got some real crackers there for you. Make sure also that you do like this video. And more importantly, please hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss out on what Dennis and I are getting into and out of. Remember, use us as a springboard to do your own research. What a great video to look at, in my humble opinion. So please do make sure that you hit that subscribe button now.